What people need to understand is if that they improve their mobility, they will automatically improve their strength. They'll be able to train harder, longer, and with less risk of injury.
Hi, I'm Bob Crosby. Thank you for joining us today in the video lab. It's good to be back with you, our first segment in 2015, and we are going to dedicate the next 3 video labs to injury prevention, taking common exercises and making them better for you. I want to talk about shoulder injury today. By far, the most common injury I see as a trainer are injuries to the shoulder. Quickly, here's why. The shoulder is a ball and socket joint. The head of the humerus has a little ball on it just like that. It sits inside of a little cup formed by the back of the scapula and the clavicle. That forms a little cuff right here. When that tissue between the cuff and the ball get inflamed, you're going to have impingement or rotator cuff problems. The most common mechanism of injury is an externally rotated shoulder that you load. So for example, in a push-up, if you have a worm's eye view right now, and my elbows bend wide in my push-up, I'm going to put a lot of stress on the front head of that shoulder in that little ball and socket joint. Same thing is true with the pair of dumbbells. At bows, we teach our folks to press with their elbows in front of them as opposed to wide. Once I externally rotate my arm in that little joint there, I'm going to put a lot of stress on that shoulder that's unnecessary. Can you get away with it? You can get away with it for some time, just like speeding, but eventually you're going to get flagged. Now let's talk about how you're going to determine whether you've got some impingement or some rotator cuff tightness in your shoulder that predisposes you to injury. It's a simple test, self-administered. Simply take your hand, place it on your shoulder with your elbow bent. Raise the elbow without removing your hand from your shoulder. You feel a pinch in there? That's not normal. If you've got a pinch before you get that upper arm to parallel, you are predisposed to a shoulder injury. So one more time, lay your hand on your shoulder, lift your elbow. That motion should be pain-free. Let's look at it from the other side. No pain, no pinch in that ball and socket joint. Now, if you are tight in your shoulders, if you do have pain, it's not severe, here's a few stretches that'll help you to improve the flexibility of your scapula and rotator cuff tendons. All you need is a piece of PVC pipe or a broomstick. Any bar will work. I'll show you 3 exercises. I'm going to turn my back on you. Take the bar. Lay it across the back of your shoulder. Grip it with your opposite hand, thumb up. Now, pull over the shoulder, raising your arm off the small of your back. Looks just like that. Hold that stretch for 3 to 5 seconds and relax. Of course, you'll do that to both sides. I do about 6 to 8 of those. All right, another one we're going to do is to take that bar about in the same position, but let it rest there along the back of your shoulder. Turn to the front here. Now we're going to reach behind and grab the bar so it comes out of the underarm area. Now we're stretching an external rotation. Again, I'd hold those stretches for 3 to 5 seconds. And I do at least 6. Probably need no more than 8. So let me turn my back on the camera here just so again you can see where it's positioned. All right, and finally, another stretch for a different muscle in the scapula. Take your hand, place it in the small of your back, pull your elbows down and forward. So, from the side, I'm pointing my elbows down in front of me toward the ground. Don't lift your shoulders to do this work. Try to slide your scapula down and forward, spreading your shoulders. If you've got enough flexibility, you can do them one at a time and add a little bit more stretch with the opposite hand. So, when it comes to shoulders, Don't press. Externally rotated. Try to keep your elbows closer to your body when you do the push-up. Try these stretches to improve a tight shoulder, and let's find out if those shoulders are healthy by doing a self-administered test. For Bo's Fitness Camps, I'm Bob Crosby. Do work.